Trump obviously is the populist movement on the right. And whether we like it or not, the old school Dems, whether they were good, bad, indifferent, or whatever, they've been completely obliterated by the populist version of the left, which is this socialist, woke, Marxist, whatever you want to call it thing. That doesn't mean I like it, but I can also acknowledge reality. There's a couple of things here. I mean, one is that I think the future of the world, or the Western world, is that cities and rural areas are just going to keep going in different directions. Big cities, people that live in big cities, that you can make an argument actually that in general, if you live in a big city, you need more government, meaning you have more people that literally live on top of you in a big building. So you need more regulation. There's more function that a city needs. Where if you live in the rural area, you don't need as much of that. You don't have as much government oversight on things. Now, the problem is that once you bring in all of that regulation and you have all of these laws, we know that the state always grows bigger and bigger. It always wants more money. The more tax it takes from people, we're already seeing this, all of these people flee. And then what happens? The tax base flees. They still need more money. They raise taxes. It crushes business. Again, it all becomes this very, snake eating its tail sort of thing. But all of that aside, this guy is an absolute radical who, as you pointed out, hasn't even lived in the United States for 10 years. He said that if Bibi Netanyahu showed up in New York City, he would arrest him. He's he's still chanting to the river to the sea, all of this stuff. I've said it on my show for weeks with this guy. If he wins in the fall, if you are Jewish, you leave New York City, period. And the Jews have an awful lot to do with a thriving New York City for over 100 years. But you get the hell out. Unfortunately, that's a bit of the story of the Jews, but you get out. There will be pogroms. Already right now in New York City, they don't have functioning police. Well, wait till this guy gets in charge, where he's already calling for defunding the police and all of the rest of it. He also put up a tweet that said, I think the exact quote was, "We should ban all guns." I mean, regardless of whether what your feelings are on guns or the difference between a semi-automatic and a handheld or whatever, ban all guns. I mean, no, that's a constitutionally guaranteed right. So he is a radical of radicals. So even if some of these people, and actually the thing that you read, Sage, that Charlie put up, that the college elite are the ones that are ushering all of the ideas in that we know destroy societies. That's the most perverse part of all of it. But I would say it's kind of just entropy. I see no way this gets turned around. So the savior is going to be Eric Adams, a guy who turned New York City into a sanctuary city in the first place. And by the way, a lot of the fault goes to Andrew Cuomo here, who nobody liked and is the exact type of sort of centrist Democrat that Russell pointed out. I think if nothing else, Cuomo probably regrets killing all of those old people, sending them back into the homes during COVID, because old people vote. So he killed his own voters.
He did. It's brilliant. And Russell, can I just chime in there? Because you said something. I don't want it to ever come across that I or any of you are unsympathetic to people who are in need, because that is the exact opposite. It's just that you got to be educated about what people like this are saying when they say free school lunches, free this, free that, free buses. That's not what it is. It's just like when the Biden administration came in and it's like, no, free college education. We're going to forgive all these loans. No, nothing is free. Are the professors working for free with college education? Of course not. The money comes from somewhere. And that's the problem, is people believe this and don't understand that it's going to hit them in other ways.
And by the way, also show me one program. Again, this is where the left, they're really good at fake empathy. They have empathy as long as it doesn't come at a cost to them. So, that someone can check the numbers on this, but conservatives donate something like 20 times more time and money than Democrats do, or than lefties do, because conservatives don't always think the state can magically do things. But show me a government program that really is successful when it comes to getting people off food stamps or out of the cycle of poverty or all of those things. I mean, all you have to do is read a Thomas Sowell book on this. It never does. It actually exacerbates it. So that's the problem. Would it be nice? Would we all like, yes, that if you have to have a layer of people who have some need, that the state can highly functionally, provide programs that will, give them that safety net, and then eventually they'll get off that. Yes, we'd all like that in theory. It simply never works. You get bad programs that keep people in a cycle of poverty. And that's the twisted part about his thing about rent controls.
Yeah.
Think about what that's going to do. If you're a developer in New York City, I don't know, Donald Trump was a developer. If you're a developer in New York City, you want to come in and then you want the market to dictate what you can sell apartments for. And that's how you innovate and build better things and build actually cooler things. And that's how you get buildings in places like half of the Gulf states right now that are flourishing because they've started to bring in capitalist ideas and there's competition. Then you can actually build new things versus, you know what you get in socialist communist states? You get buildings with linoleum floors and green lighting like they have in Russia.